All right, hi everyone. My name is Mike. I'm going to be taking you through today's strength and flexibility workout. You'll need a clear area that's not slippery that you can work from. You can have a mat if that helps you feel comfortable for some of the floor work, especially for like your knees, your elbows, that sort of thing. And also have some dumbbells handy because we're going to be trying to get strong today, and those dumbbells will help you increase the intensity of some of the movements we do. So get set and then join me for the warm-up. All right, let's rotate those wrists. And switching directions. Thank you so much for joining me today. Strength and flexibility work is my favorite, so I'm excited to take you through it. It helps us move better and feel better for sure. Okay, big arm circles. Don't have to go super fast to start. A little faster now. Let's go, good. Okay, reverse that direction. Couple more. There we go. Now let's go side to side. So now more focused on getting a good twist. You can let your arms go if you like. Just raising the heel on that back foot so there's not too much pressure on your low back. Breathe. Bringing in that air, fueling the movement. All right, let's do a little hinge and reach overhead. I call it a floor to ceiling. So we're gonna go like this, tip at the hip, and then reach up tall, okay? Move fairly quick, but still feel like you have control, okay? So it doesn't have to be super fast. That's it. Come on, come on. All right, last one. All right, now just give me some jumping jacks. Just to finish it up, just make sure we bring that heart rate up, get warm. Okay, for our strength circuit, we're gonna do 4 movements in a row, and then I'll give you a break, and we'll do each movement twice, and then I'll move on to a second strength circuit. We'll do that again, and then we'll finish up with a really nice stretch today, okay? So the only really hard part will be the strength part, and then the rest should be a little more enjoyable for everybody, okay? Sound good? All right, let's get to work. Up first, a front squat. In a front squat, we have the dumbbells held up front, and then we squat down and stand up. I'll show you from the side as well. If you don't want to use a dumbbell, you don't have to, or you could use one and just hold it against your chest. Do what feels right for you. Come down nice and deep, as far as you can. Okay? So again, no dumbbell, one dumbbell, both, whatever works. Okay, finishing that up there. Let's do some push-ups. So we'll come down to the ground for the first time today. I'm gonna show it from the knees. So jump right into it if you're ready, but I want elbows at a 45, not up by your ears, okay? And pressing out. We have about 10 more seconds. If that's too easy, you can go from your toes, and we can always make an adjustment in that second round, okay? Do what feels right for you. Nice. Okay. Next, we're gonna do the floor to ceiling like we did in the warm-up, but this time we're gonna add a weight. So, I'll show you from the side. I want you to tip at the hip, come down as far as you can, where you still have a nice arch in your back, and then shoot those dumbbells overhead. Just like that. Let's go, work for it. Firing a ton of muscle in our body, working really hard. Last one right there. Okay, final movement is a tick-tock. Tick-tock looks like this. We're going to lay on our back, bend our knees, and we're just gonna tip off to each side. Okay? If you want a bit more challenge, just straighten your legs. There we go. I like to have my hands pushing into the floor, creating a really wide base of support. All right, rest. Okay, those are our 4 moves that make up the first circuit. I'm gonna give you a little breather here, and then let's go at those a second time. You ready? Okay, breathe. Remember that first exercise, that front squat. Challenge yourself with 2 dumbbells if you can, okay? But right now, your only job is catch your breath, get your heart rate down. All right, getting ready. Grabbing those dumbbells. Front squat, let's go. Final time front squatting. So I like to initiate the movement by sticking my hips back and down. That'll put you in the right posture. Halfway done. Come on. Nice deep full squats. You don't have to rush. Nice controlled speed. Let's go, let's go. Last rep here. Boom, we did it. Okay, set those down. Coming down to the floor for some push-ups. Sound good? Okay. Remember, from the toes if you can, or from the knees is totally fine. You got about 20 seconds more work, so pick the option that feels good to you. And I want nice full range of motion and nothing fast. Make your chest, arms, and shoulders do the work. Almost there. Last one. Let's do 1. Boom, there it is. Floor to ceiling time. Grab a dumbbell. Grab 2 dumbbells. Challenge yourself. Tipping at the hip. Reaching up tall. Okay? Come on. Boom. Let's go. Last couple. You did it. All right. Last exercise in the circuit. Back to those TikToks. Remember, straight leg if you want it harder. Tipping off to each side. So we're working the obliques, or the side of our abdominals. Obviously, this is our ability to twist. Come on, come on. Final few seconds. There we go. Okay, great job. That's circuit 1. Excellent work. We'll give you a little breather and I'll tell you what's coming up. In circuit 2, we're gonna lead off with a bent row using dumbbells. And then we're gonna transition into a Cossack squat. So in a Cossack squat, it's a nice wide stance. And we're going to each side. And then we're gonna finish up with a shoulder press and then a movement for our tummy. Are you ready? Okay, let's jump in. Okay, so grabbing those dumbbells for bent row, our first new movement in this new circuit. What I want to do is sink those hips down and back, tipping over at the hip, and then bringing those elbows up and back. Okay, so working the big muscles of the back and a little bit of the arms. Make sure nice posture, nothing rounded, okay? Really pulling up. And you might notice you can handle quite a bit of weight on this. Our ability to pull is very strong. Final few reps. Come on, come on. All right, into the Cossack squat. You may need a dumbbell, you may not. I'm gonna have you have a wide stance. I'll show it with the dumbbell, but you can use just body weight. You'll come down to one side, back to center, down to the other side, okay? So if you're really flexible and strong, you just get a little deeper into the movement, okay? And move a little quicker. Or if this is challenging, just go shallow and keep it safe. Almost there. Last rep on the other side. All right, grab some light dumbbells. We're gonna do a dumbbell shoulder press. So right out front, press overhead, okay? I'll show you from the side because they come down in front a little bit and then they become straight overhead at the top. This is the safest way for the shoulder and also works the shoulder through a full range of motion. Two more reps. Last one. Set it down. All right, let's do a movement for our abdominals. What I want you to do is, option one is just to come up and you're gonna reach and get those shoulders and shoulder blades off the floor. If that's too easy, what you can do is add in a leg raise. So this becomes a full, what we call a jackknife. But if the upper body is enough for you, then just do the upper body. Couple more reps. Last one. All right, and rest. That's first time through the circuit. We'll go one more time through. And then good news, we're on to our flexibility work, right? Okay, so let's stand back up. You're gonna be rowing. If that was too light last time, grab a little heavier dumbbells. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Bent row, round two. Here we go. You got it. Remember, proud posture. No rounding of the upper back, no slouching. Shoulders are back and down, so not rounding forward, they're back and down. Let's go. Finishing stretch of these rows. So good for your core too. Draw your belly button in, brace the movement. Last rep right here. Okay, and into those Cossack squats. If you need a weight or two weights, grab them. I'm gonna just show body weight. Get nice and down into the movement. So working the inside, outside of the leg and every major muscle in the leg. Dancers, figure skaters, hockey players, you use these muscles all the time. Same with soccer, so many sports. So this is a good one. Come on, move quick as you can, but nice big full range of motion. Last rep on this side. Boom. Okay, into those shoulder presses, final time. Dumbbells come a little bit in front of you at the bottom, and then you extend straight overhead at the top. That's full range of motion. Come on. Last rep coming up right here. Great work. Okay, final strength exercise of the day. Coming down for those jackknives. If you can, straight into it. Raising up just the upper body. If you need more of a challenge, add in that leg raise and reach towards those toes. Come on, come on, finishing stretch. Give me everything you got. Final exercise of the day. Final bit of intensity. You got it. Let's go. Let's go, one more. Oh, so good. Okay, taking your time, coming up to standing. Catch your breath for a couple of seconds. Hey, you did it. That's the strength training I had in store for you today. Now I want us to do not just a cool down, but an actual good flexibility session that'll help release tension and improve your range of motion, okay? So it's gonna help how you feel. Ready to get started? All right, let's go. Okay, first movement up is what I call a figure four. You can use a wall or a chair or something for balance if you want. You're gonna cross one leg over the other, and I want you to just gently apply pressure to the top of this leg, just opening up this hip and just sink into it a little bit. So when we're working on flexibility, we want to try to hold the stretches for longer than 20 seconds. That's when you start seeing benefits in improved range of motion and ability and those sort of things. So that's what we're going to do today. You're going to notice we're just going to be holding things a little longer than we typically would, let's say, in a cool down. The other thing too is flexibility is also great at building strength and helping how you move. So very, very important. Okay, shake that out. Let's do that same stretch other side. You might notice your balance is better on one side or the other. That's a-okay. I tend to balance a little better when I'm standing on my right leg than my left, but I always make it work. Just keep breathing, fill your belly, fill your chest, nice deep breaths. If your heart rate was up from the strength training, well, let's bring it down. Bring that healing process in, get it started. Awesome, shake that out. We'll come down to the ground. We're gonna go into what I call a runner's lunge. So in this case, the back knee is gonna be on the ground. Create a bit of space, and then I want you to sink forward so that back hip is getting a nice gentle stretch at the top. Nice tall posture, I don't want you slouched forward. Just sink into that. Anytime we do squats, lunges, jumping, that sort of thing, the top of the hip is taxed a lot. This can help relieve any tension that you're feeling in there. If you do a lot of running sports, you'll definitely notice this helps a lot. And just keep breathing. You might notice sometimes 15 to 20 seconds in, all of a sudden you can sink a little further in. That's your brain letting go. That's your brain trusting that you're not going to hurt it, and it actually allows you to get properly into your full range of motion. All right, let's do the same stretch, but to the other side. Sinking that knee back, leaning into it. As we stretch today, you may notice one side's more flexible than the other. That's fine. If you were doing flexible work, what I would say is just focus on the side that's not as flexible a little bit more and try to catch it up to the side that is functioning really good. For today's class, we'll just do everything equal. We'll do one on the left side, one on the right side. Few more seconds here. Just keep breathing. Nice deep breath. Okay, releasing out of that. We're gonna go into what's called child's pose. So in this case, I want your knees nice and wide, your big toes touching together, hands are out front, and just sink back and down. This is good for the knees, the ankle, and you'll also notice it in your low back. Helps open up the shoulders too. If you want to try to walk your hands forward a little bit, you can place your fists to catch your head, or maybe it's even just resting on the ground. Again, continue to breathe. Releasing any tension in the low back. Okay, let's do the opposite of this and give our abdominals a really nice stretch. I kind of call this a modified cobra. I bring my knees more underneath my hips, and then what I like to do is just bring my hips forward and let them sink, and I tend to look up to the sky. All right, so now we're getting that length through the abdominal region. Releasing any tension there. Good work. Shoulders are down and away from our ears. So it's still an active posture. We're still working, just maybe not as hard as we did in the strength training section. All right, let's come back into that child's pose one last time. Knees are wide, toes are together. Breathe, that's it. If you're like me, I have a hard time sitting still, but for whatever reason, stretching for 20, 30 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week, I always find the time, and it does so much good. So if you haven't been, jump in, do it. You will see huge benefits and learn to love it. Okay, back into that modified cobra one last time. Lengthening the abdominals. All right, just coming to a kneeling position. We're going to tuck our toes underneath, so this is going to stretch the bottom of our feet out. I want you to clasp your hands behind you, and I want you, nice tall posture, I want you to try to get your hands away from your hips. So what you're going to notice is this really opens up your shoulders. A little bit your chest, but a lot your shoulders. I call this the anti-slouching stretch. We're always playing video games or sitting in cars or at our desks at school. This helps open everything back up and give us great posture. Just gonna face forward. Don't hold your breath. Keep it relaxed. All right, releasing that out to shake it out. We're gonna come to a seated position now. I'm gonna move this so you can see me well. All right, what I want you to do, just nice straight legs, and I want you to just reach down as far as you can. So your hands might be on your thighs, might be on your shins, you might be able to touch your toes. You can release your neck, release your low back. Try to keep your legs straight. So now we're opening all the muscles of the backside of the body, releasing any tension. Awesome, releasing that. What I want you to do now is bring your feet wide apart, and I'm gonna have you take one hand and twist across to the opposite leg. Reach as far as you can where you still keep both your sits bones on the ground. So some of you might be able to get all the way, some of you might be here. It's all good. A little bit of a twist for our body. We'll do it on this side, and then we'll jump over and get it on the other side as well. Again, trying to keep your legs straight if you can. If they are bent, that's okay. As you do this more, you will be able to straighten them more and more. All right, let's release, come center, and then twist to the opposite side. You'll notice I'm supporting with my off hand, just beside my hip. Feeling good? Right on. Not long now, just a few more movements to finish up today's workout, okay? Couple more deep breaths here. All right, lying down, we'll do a couple stretches here. What we're gonna do is bring both of our knees into our chest, gives them a big hug, squeeze. If you wanna rock side to side to massage your back, you can. But more than anything, give them a big squeeze. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. One more deep breath. Awesome. Okay, let's release our right foot all the way to the ground. Bring your left knee up. Take your right hand and just pull that left leg across your body. And I want you to tip your head to the left. So we're getting a nice twist stretch in the body again. You can close your eyes and just relax. Letting that left leg fall across to the right side. Okay, and let's set that up on the other side now. So left leg's gonna be straight along the ground. Right knee comes up, left hand pulls, right leg across the body. And you guessed it, you're gonna look to the right this time. Couple more deep breaths here. All right, taking your time, I'm gonna have you roll over to your right side, use your hands, push up, and I want you to just come onto all fours. And we're gonna do a sequence that's called cat and cow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tuck our hips under, tuck our chin, round our spine out like a cat, and then do the exact opposite and just flow back and forth. So we're flexing and extending our spine, releasing any tension along the spine. One more time. So cat, transitioning into cow. Amazing, releasing out of that. Slowly come up to standing. Just a couple more now, we're all done. I want you to open up, get those hands as wide apart as they can. Like you're about to give your favorite person the world's biggest hug. So feel a nice opening in the chest. Hang on for just a few more seconds. I like this one and the shoulder opening one the most because it really helps with posture. We're always so rounded and hunched, so this helps open us up and feel great. Okay, let's take one arm up to the sky and just pull back gently. So this is gonna help open up at the shoulders. So you'll feel this in your arm and in your back. Help improve the range of motion in your shoulder, but then also help release that tricep, which is the meaty part of the back of the arm. Keep breathing. Nice work, almost done. Okay, shake that out. Let's do that same stretch, other arm. We're gonna open up at the chest one more time after this. A few meaningful shoulder rolls, and I'll set you on your way for the day. Sound like a plan? Okay, good. You're with me to the end now. That's it, keep breathing. Elbow reaching towards the sky, gently pulling back with that offhand. This shouldn't hurt, just a mild amount of tension there. Okay, perfect. Last time, just as promised, opening up. Get those hands as far back as you can. Breathe. Few more seconds. Amazing. Okay, 3 meaningful shoulder rolls. Breathing in on the way up, out on the way down. Last one. All right, you made it. Thank you so much for joining me for today's strength and flexibility workout. I hope you enjoy it. Do it again so you can see improvement, get stronger, move better, and I'll see you in the next video.